Hey, good evening. And happy Monday. And why can't I switch this? Make sure I mute that. I'm hearing an echo. People do not hear an echo, right? From my voice. I think it's just me. Oh, it is. I said happy Monday. Happy Monday being over. What a day at work. But hey, I survived it. That's all that matters. And I can now enjoy a couple hours of painting. So, wanted to put this out because I got the headband done on them that Shanur requested. And I'm gonna do, when I do the tartan, I am gonna do it on stream, probably some Saturday, right after I finish Noise Marine, so that people can see what I'm doing and how to do a tartan. So, don't forget, if you sub, you can pick a spot on this and paint it up to however you want me to do it. And it could be techniques, or it can just be shenaniganery, it can be whatever. And then once it's fully painted, then I'm gonna give it away. The only thing is, I feel like I'm gonna be kind of sad to give this one away because it seems to be like all these really cool techniques that people want. So I think it's gonna end up being really cool when all's said and done. Hi, Cyrus, and hi, Mini Mommy, and hello. No, there's somebody else lurking about. Hello to whoever else is lurking about. It's good to have you all here. And I'm sure as the evening goes on, more will be joining us as usual. So, where did I leave off? So basically I did start doing the little, it's like a skull with horns, and he's got I don't know, he's got a chain coming from him, so I kind of started the chain. But I didn't really get much done. I was busy working on. I did start. What the hell did I put? I did start the Bald GM's figure, which you probably all have seen. I think I put. Yeah. Oh, I put on Twitter. I didn't put on Discord. But this is the mini for that. So I made decent progress. Want to do some highlighting on the gold. And obviously a lot more work on the belt and a lot of other areas. He's got a weird face. But I like the figure. I'm getting like a pile of minis over to my left of stuff that I need to do. So let's see, I gotta do some work on the little black parts here. I think, yeah, there's the monster. There's these wires, and that's about it, I think, other than the base and the helmet, which I have a plan on how I'm doing it. Trying to think of how I want to do that skull. I suppose I could take it like after the other skulls and just paint it. Well, I did that one gold. Although I think I need to paint part of it because it looks like I got some blue in there. Alright, so. You know, I kind of wish the BiPride had 2 colors and not 3 at times. But, it'll do. Alright, so I know I still have a bunch of my paints because I'm still working on the kobolds. I got a little bit more done today. I'm actually also in the middle of dealing with the artist alley at another anime con. We had we did applications, got them all in, so I've actually figured out who's in it. And today I sent out all the emails. Well, that is, okay, that can go back on here. I don't need treasure map. Right now I'm keeping a lot of my Reaper paints in this Reaper bag. Oh, I know what I'm looking for. Huh, they're actually in here. Or 2 of them are. Maybe I'll just do it bone colored. I've got so many colors everywhere. And sorry, Mini Mommy, I can't really stick a rainbow there. Bone shadow. There we go. So how are people today? How was your Mondays? I hope in a way it was better than mine. But at least I got the hell out of work. I decided, even though there's a job that's due tomorrow, meaning printed, cut, and ready to ship, I don't have one of the components I need for it, even though we bugged the guy like all day to do it. So I said screw it and left. I'm not gonna wait till 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock for him to finally do it. So this thing's got some horns. So I'm gonna start with painting. This is like the bone shadow. I'm excited to see this thing almost done. I realize that there's a million little things I need to highlight still in shadow before it's officially done. So I don't know if I'm going to finish it tonight. I'm going to get that much closer to finishing it tonight. But I'm hoping, seriously, to get this done this week. Because I want to finish Pike from Critical Role, and then I want to get to, well, maybe by then, because it'll take me a little bit for me to finish her. But the Theraval and Friends Challenge is looming, so basically, I'm going to probably do the challenge mini for that on here. It's also I want to do the Reaper Quarterly Challenge contest, or contest. That one actually is a contest. I kind of want to do it. I just don't know if I'm going to have time for that either. Alright, so that's that color. Alright, there's my other two bone colors. So I've got the triad is basically for bone, for Reaper Bone is bone, shatter, age bone, and polished bone. And you can even, of course, add white as the final highlight if you're doing bone. This is a small thing, so I don't know. We'll see how light we go on it. Their triads are pretty good. Oh, the good news is over the weekend I found my other paint pokey stick. I have this one which I keep here and I use on my stream and such. And I have another one which is just the normal one they sell in the stores. That actually was gifted to me. They used to just give it away at the cons and not at the store. Didn't have it for sale until finally enough people said, well, we kind of need one. Or want one. I mean, you can use it. You can use a bunch of other things to actually accomplish the same thing. What was I saying about it? So I didn't. Oh yeah. So I have the one that they sell in the store, so I could replace it, but I couldn't find it. And then yesterday, when I was at the paint party or paint club, however you want to phrase it, I poked myself with it. I didn't cut myself, I poked myself with it. and found it in a bag that actually was in the bag I put my wet palette in. I was like, oh, that's fun. But I'm glad it turned up. Darken that little spot. I missed this spot. Actually, I may do that little spot where the mouth is, where the chain is going into. I may make that really dark, like black. There we go. I got cleared that out. A little bit of a tiny little dark line right there. Just so we can see that detail. Not a lot of room on this thing. Maybe I'll do something with the eyes. Wait, let's see. We need the light color. Let's see. Polished bones next. So this is the lightest color of that triad. And then we'll debate if I want to add some white to it. And what I might do with the eyes. I feel like the eyes should do something. Going a little smaller in the areas, because that's only should be the lightest spots. The spots getting the most light. That are getting this color. I almost feel like he's got a tongue too. Nothing rainbow about this. Let's see. I could do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stick with. I could do magenta eyes. I didn't actually pour any out. That's smart. That's smart. I do like pinkish eyes on him. That was a little I think there was a little too much liquid in this. So when it's got too much liquid, at least it will be easy enough to pick off the excess. I think I dropped it in a spot of water. That's why. I got a wet palette and it's very wet. I think I'm gonna just take some out and try to find a spot that doesn't have a drop of water sitting right on it. I always add a little water to it. Well, I added quite a bit. I just changed the paper in it, and it really kind of needs to soak a little more. And the clear magenta is a little thin anyways. This is a little tiny thing to painting in. It's a little better. If the paint's too thin, at least it's staying in the area I want it to stay in. Just add a little more. Yeah, I'll just do a pink tongue, like a pink tongue. Like a Pink the Hydrator pink tongue. Also, I do a slightly lighter magenta. A little variation in those eyes. I don't want to go full pink. Well, I guess that is still kind of full pink. But the tang should be a little lighter. I'm gonna do this. So one thing they say, if you're highlighting, you always go back over with the glaze consistency of the paint. And it'll probably dry a little darker anyways. Alright, so pink. Catch it while it's still wet. I'm going to grab a little bit of the slightly darker color I made there. I just realized I could paint the horns like a blue, and they would have all the colors right there, because you get a purple and a magenta, and yeah, maybe I'll just grab a blue. I'm gonna grab a lighter blue. It's gonna be a variation. Ugh. Glue's kind of clogging up in here. The glue, the paint is kind of clogging up in the lid. All right. Oh, funny story. Actually, apparently somebody really liked this marine. It's not 10 yet, but they say, "Can I write a story about it? A short story about it?" I'm like, "Sure, just attribute the model to me and to Games Workshop, and tag me so I can actually read the story." I am really curious as to what somebody's gonna come up with for the story behind this marine. I love the idea so much. I can't wait to see what they do. Oh, I took too much paint off of my brush. Oh, apparently I didn't. It's coming on there, but it's really too light. I feel like I overwatered my palette. I feel like scraping the paint from the top of the paint instead of by the water. Alright, this is... Alright, it's too wet. Alright, you can overwet your palette. I can find a spot that's not quite so wet. Which I haven't done yet. That is the one thing about wet palettes, is they can add water to your paint. And you don't really have any control over it, which is why there are people out there that like wet palettes instead. And I actually totally get that. Maybe that's better. That is much better. At least now it's covering. Just do a little white. I have on here that is still working, and make a lighter blue. And even if it doesn't look like the horns anymore, and that's fine, I don't care. I still like it. Alright, so I want to grab... I think I'm going to go black. I want to put a little bit of washing into... I don't understand what's going on with this wash bottle. Usually I don't have trouble with their shades. this bottle seems to keep leaking. I'm not really sure why. Especially since my bottle's been upright the whole time. So I'm going to take some black. I may need a bigger brush to absorb more wash. Talent in a bottle. That's what someone was calling the washes yesterday. Talent in a bottle. We had all sorts of cool people at the party yesterday. We had, let's see, we had three fellow streamers. We had Oryx Paint Shop, who, he was on when I popped on. And we had Gel Tip, and we had Big Jim Slate Gaming. I think I'm gonna have to touch that up right there. Although I don't think that did not come from what I was just doing. Joten, how are you doing today? Happy Monday. I know it's Monday. Well, happy Monday's over. The rest of the week should all be wonderful. I hope. Is that if I don't kill any of my coworkers. I said on Discord today, I'm painting right now, so I don't kill any of my coworkers. And somebody else may murder him anyways. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a rough day for you? I'm sorry to hear that. It wasn't. Basically with me, I have a fairly important job too, for a potentially big client. Oh, it's a big client. And one of my fellow workers dropped the ball and didn't bother to do what he needed to do so I could do what I needed to do so we could do the job tomorrow. So it'll be a lovely bunch of stress tomorrow morning. I mean, I think I'll rather deal with that than a really bad pain flare-up. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Do you have anything? I mean, I imagine you have something you can take for it, right? And does it help? I have yellow where I don't want it on here. Well, I hope these don't happen. The other thing is I hope they don't happen too often for you. The bad thing is about that is, depending where it is, I could, that would just kill my desire to absolutely do anything, including paint. I'm gonna add a little wash, so to put a little, see if I can put a little separation between these things. Hey, Dwayne. No, can't afford to see pain management docs. I don't want. Yeah, 300 to 400. Yeah, it does murder my will to do much when it's like, I believe it. I mean, do you have any way you can manage the pain yourself? And I know that might be. Truth be told, I have a bad shoulder. I have a bad shoulder now. It was worse a year ago. It's better now. but I notice it's been hurting again. It's not to the, I know it's not to the extent of what you have, but I get it. It just kind of ruins everything. And you know what? I would take stuff. Here's where the thing was. I would take stuff for it. Like, not, I mean, I'm not taking serious drugs. I haven't even had anybody look at it. But I would take, like, you know, stuff that would normally work on, like, other things, and then nothing works on this. So I just kind of deal. But it's miserable. And I said, I hope this goes by really, really, really soon. It just, I know that's pretty awful. And the worst of the part is that when it keeps you from doing the things you really like because you're just not in the mood and you don't feel up to it, to doing anything. I do self-medicate now with some herbs. Yes, I do get your meaning. But I can't do that all the time. Up here it's, I believe if it's those herbs, I believe they're legal up here. But they're probably not cheap. Hello, Crimson. I see you there. Where was I? Oh, I was going to go back and kit these. I'm already hit. Basically, I'm trying to put a color between these things. I've been staring at them the whole time, trying to figure out what to do with them. So I'm trying something since I had a washout. Let me do this first. Plus, I also need to touch something up too. Damn it! Oh, Crimson enters the arena. But yeah, in all seriousness, Jotun, please, please, please feel better soon. And kick that pain to the curb where it belongs. Well, that's it. I have faith in you. I know you could do it. You have probably weathered such things before. You can get through this too. I have faith. I guess you could always try this kind of medicine. Might be cheaper. He's lurking. I clean the back of. Oh boy. Well, here's a drink for you, Crimson. I am paying the piper. A little chorus Kraken rum. Oh, it smells so good. Because Kraken rum is amazing. And speaking of Bunny, which is Crimson's wife, I have, of course, the shot glass that she gave me. I call it the boob glass, or it's the pirate glass. Here's to the end of Monday. That's a good thing to drink for. Oh, peoples! I see more peoples coming around. Yay! Feel free to lurk or say hi. I don't bite, trust me. Unless you want me to. I'll bite if you want me to, but... I know what I want. Let's see. I'm gonna grab a dark brown. Basically, right? You know, there's things like on pieces that I do, and I look at them and they kind of bother me, and I sort of push them aside in my brain for a bit. And then finally it's like, okay, I can't stand anymore, and I get the right color out. This stays in my ear. Oh, it's a gel tip! You should wait till after my stream and watch it. I can give you all the spoilers? That'll be a no. I won't give you any spoilers. I basically want a little dividing point between all those. Alright, now I can find yellow. Yellow! Oh. Oh, yeah, that's the one that's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Because it's the finale. Watch it tomorrow! Well, actually, I kind of stream tomorrow, but I'm not on my channel. I'm on Murder Hobo Inc. tomorrow night. Mr. Gel Tip, it was really good to see you yesterday. Oh, that's right. Well, oh, that's right. What about Wednesday? Wednesday, well, I do stream Wednesday night. Oh, damn, and you stream Thursdays. Well, we actually cover most of the week between the two of us. How about that? That makes us awesome. I think, we have about one day we don't do? Or two? Because I think we don't stream on Friday, and I don't think either of us stream on Sundays, so it's literally only like 2 days of the week that there's no Gel Tip or me. Tomorrow I may pop in after that stream. Because I believe you string. Alright, so how late do you. Alright, so actually, first of all, let me not be rude. First of all, let me give you a little shout out. 9 to 11. Oh yeah, that works out pretty well. That works out well because my stream gets over at 9. It goes from 8 to 9 on Tuesdays. It's only an hour long. So that's right. But usually I can't pop on right at 9, but it'll be pretty quick. So I'm pretty sure I will pop on your stream tomorrow. It's such a joy. But said, I really enjoyed. I was so glad you and everyone else. That was a crazy, crazy painting day. You and Crimson were both there, and it was a great. But as I said, it was a crazy day. I loved it, and I mean, it's really cool when we need basically the one big table and 2 little ones to put everybody and take up half the room. With all that painting goodness. I am going to do a little highlighting back on top of all those. But the big thing on these things is I wanted to put a little space, a little... You don't just try, man. You succeed. That's great. My best friend is here right now, looking up, trying to find stuff to for his game. He's running a game at the convention I'm going to at the end of the month. It's gonna be really good. I mean, Well, he's a good dungeon master to begin with, but he's going through all of his Dwarven Forge, and I believe we're going to be trying to find minis and everything to go with it. It's going to be a pretty good, spectacular event. And my husband's also working on all his characters and stuff for all the stuff he's running. I won't be able to do many more local cons. I kind of hope. I mean, just because it's you, I would love to see you come up to OGC. And quite honestly, you could literally sit there and paint the whole weekend. I have a painting table. I just leave it up. I may not necessarily be there, but it'd be really cool to just have a gang of painters up there. And so my other friends that I do Pathfinder and stuff are also there. Actually, one of the big events I do at OGC is I do 7C. There is another system I do play. I just don't play it very often. Mostly at OGC. I'll clean that up. Yeah, the wash I threw on here. Of course, got on the blue parts that I don't necessarily want it to get on. I got some white on my palette that is still good, so I'm just taking little bits and adding it to the colors that are there, except for the red. I'll figure that out. I'm gonna just do it the usual. I'm gonna do it orange. And yes, I'm very excited about that convention. It's really the first one I ever did. It's where this all really gets started. I mean, I liked mini painting, but that's a lot of where me getting into commissions and doing conventions and ultimately the painting party all started from. And yes, we have a mini painting contest. It's a fairly small one, but we have a mini painting contest and people enter it. I'm going to take a gel tip to actually do that. I put orange on that little red whatever. I don't know what it is. It's a thing I think that the strings get tightened with. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. And I put some orange for the highlight. I'm gonna just glaze some red over it. I don't know if it's glazing. Yeah, I think it is. Just need to do purple. This is also why I take 9,000 years painting a mini. Because I find stuff and keep going back. But you should do that. I did take a step forward at least. Okay, I know I started doing this. The chain looks a bit better. Oh, when you put orange over the red, when you do orange as a highlight. So I did a little orange, you can hardly see it. But I did a little orange on this, whatever the hell this red doohickey is. Probably, no. Odds it gets done tonight, probably 0. 5%, 10%. There's a lot of highlighting and stuff I want to do on, you know, and shadowing on the, especially on like the purple. There's like a lot of little things I want to do. I still have to do. I don't have much stuff to paint. I mean, I do have the base, and that'll be its own thing. Yes, I glazed it kind of back to red. Actually, I did glaze it back to red. I wasn't sure if it was. But I did that even like on here and such. But yes, that's the tip. Gel Tip gives good tips. That's why I'm like, so people should go watch you. Because honestly, you're a really good teacher. The big thing is I started doing a little shadowing and on this purple. For the breastplate. I've already done some highlighting on it here. But I need to do more. I mean, these should have some shadowy points around them. I did already paint so I painted like a black shadow around there and around there, around my rainbow, to make it a bit more contained. Yes, Gel Tip, I listened to you. I mean, to a degree, you remind me of my first teacher. Or the one who did the most teaching for me in person. It's funny, because you say, how long have you been painting? Because I don't think you say you haven't been painting that long, but yet you have learned so much so fast, and you are so good that, I mean, I'm blown away that you're as good as you are. This is why I'm slow, by the way. Because I go back over stuff. If I catch stuff like this that I go, oh, that doesn't look good. You know what's sad? I didn't even notice it until now. I want my black line to be rather smooth, not uneven. This is my trade, teaching. I've been doing. Yeah. What do you normally teach? Like, is that your like normal job? Is you're a teacher? I don't even know what like your normal job is. Your day job. Because unfortunately, no, it's not. It's not. Fortunately, your day job is not mini painting. We all know that's what we all want it to be. Alright, I'm gonna pull out some black. Does that occur to you? See, my normal day job, I'm a graphic designer at a basically at a printing place. But are you like actually a teacher? Do you actually teach for a living? Because honest to God, I feel like you missed your calling if you didn't. And I feel like that's what you just said. It is my trade. I saw something I know I needed to touch up, and I don't remember where it was. Oh, I hate when I do that. I can't find what I was going to touch up. Also, someone did pay me another lovely compliment saying, I'm amazed how good the strings are. I'm like, well, it was really good sculpting. You've taught math in the past, and I tutor math. Oh, that's cool. I may or may not work for a published education project or male stripper by day. Oh my God. Wait, you could be a male stripper? Damn it. What the hell are you doing? You know, you should... Never mind, I don't want to get thrown out of the store. No, that's said. I can really tell you've got that certain something that makes you a good teacher. You're really good at communicating across to other people. Don't get me started about what I think about the fact that the fact that takes 20 tries to get money for D&D minis. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know what you mean by tries. Right now, I've got more work than I can shake a stick at in terms of... But I paint so slow. We are having that slow off, you know. We are going to do it. Oh, I know what else I had to fix up. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, Jiltip. You were definitely good enough to be a commission painter. It's to whether or not you want to do it. But you're good enough to do it. Without a doubt. Are we talking about D&D minis or something else, Gel Tip? A stick shake? That sounds like something else. That sounds like I have a terrible imagine. No? Unless you, well, let's see. I have a pokey stick. I could shake it. I mean, I don't really have any other stick. I got paint I can shake. I don't have any other sticks I can shake. And I'm being an awful person, so. I still see spots. I'm missing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, I know. It won't happen until after. So, for those who are lurking about here, we were on Andrew's Armory, I believe. I believe it was after one of our Monday streams. And we started talking about how slow painters we both were. And so we've decided we're going to have a slow off. We're going to see who's really the slowest painter amongst the two of us. Although we did find out there's a lot of us out there that consider ourselves very slow painters. I mean, Exhibit A, I've been working on this since the very beginning of June, and I've put 2 hours in, well, relatively. Maybe not quite 2 hours in, but I think the average it probably is 2 hours in a week. No, sorry, 6 hours a week. I only missed one stream in June, and I'm still working on it, and it's July 11th. And it probably still won't be done. Basically, right now, I'm just doing some edge lining. Yeah, but, I mean, have you worked on it every day, you know, or 3 times a week since November? I seriously doubt that. Aha, I knew there was a spot I needed to touch up. Maybe not with that much paint. So that's the thing is, how long do you think it takes you to actually paint a mini? Not really. Too many other unfinished projects got in the way. Okay, alright, fine. Go play with Stranger Things. Ignore me. Sniff, sniff, sniff. No, have fun. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on your stream. No, you need to talk to me on Wednesday. I've also determined I need to be your travel. I need to be your travel agent. For conventions. Nope, no getting laid off a month before a convention just to get ready for it. That's not how it works. Besides, you need the money. This is like a little confusing. I see where part of it is, but then I turn its size, it doesn't quite seem to work right. Next time, I'll help you more. I said I'll be your travel agent. Your convention travel agent. I'll tell you to check your spam mail more often. What a bummer. I hear a ding. Oh, Gel Tip. Oh, wait, Gel Tip, you can't go now. I will tell you what you get, though. Wait. Have you been secretly subbing? Because I've never seen you pop up. It says you subbed. You've subscribed for a year. I think for some reason it's been auto-updating or something, and it's never pinged on here. I didn't even know you were subbing. So, here's the deal. Don't run off yet. So, we got this mini. I'm doing two things. One, I get to paint something for you now. So that means now there's 4 of you. Either I can pick something out of my closet of shame, or if you want to get me something, I will paint it for you. Like a commission. That's what you get for subbing for a year. Yeah, no, that's what I do. And then here's the other thing. See this wonderful mini? So you can't pick the robes because Baldy or Ball GM has already dubbed them, but it's gonna be a tartan, and I'm gonna do tartan lesson on a Saturday. But if you could pick any other area that hasn't been painted yet and dictate how you want me to paint it. And then what happens is when we fill it all up, I give it away to a subscriber. But you have to be a subscriber to enter, but I will put it so that people have time. So what would you like me to do? And it could be a technique, it could be a stupid way, what things I was doing with the Space Marine. Hold your brush in your mouth or with your left hand, or it's not terrible. It's not the best. No, you can ask for it. What do you want me? You want me to freehand on this? On the cloak? I actually did a freehanding class. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt. The freehanding class at ReaperCon. This was the mini, and it was like basically put a loop-de-loop on the bottom. But yeah, I mean that's the point. Can I make her, can I reflect the guy? Oh my god, you are a dick. He probably totally, I'll think about it. Possibly. But I don't think it would be the whole, I mean, I'm gonna have to think about if that even works on this, because it's way up here. So I don't know if that's gonna work. It's like he's too high, and basically you're just gonna get the green hair and the... Yeah, I think it's too high to do a reflection of him. Now, if you wanted to ask me to do non-metal metallic earth and sky, I could do that on the spear. Which incidentally, if I do the mouseling there for the quarterly challenge, I'm thinking of trying to do that. I actually started one of the mouselings. It wasn't that one though, and I did it for a Earth Sky non-metal metallic class. Yeah, no, you go ahead. You take all the time you want to think about it. I mean, if you don't even get this many, you'll get the next one. But also think about what you want me to do for you, because I owe you a mini now. You get one of my things. I did not know you were subbing. I think I did notice that if you don't if you actually have it where it automatically updates, and I think if you just are buying a sub, if you don't do it through the Amazon Prime thing, unless you turn it off, physically turn it off, it actually automatically subs every month, and it doesn't necessarily put it on. You have to actually tell it to put it on my stream. I didn't even know you've been subbing every month, so I think that's what happened. But it said 12 months. You've subscribed for 12 months, so I'm gonna assume go. Let me know on both counts. I mean, and you can hit me up on Discord. All right. Welcome back, Crimson. Gel Tip is going off to watch Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 9, which is going to take him all night to do. happened. I've like pulled out so much of my paint out of my cases and such. What time is it, by the way? I realize this probably should be the bone color and the dark bone color because it is going to be in shadow. Oh, he's going to be in for a ride. It's a really good show. Especially for me because I was an 80s kid, so I mean, some of that stuff, the fashion and everything is all stuff I lived. Well, it's a good story, good characters, interesting characters. Alright, I'm going to take all the stuff out because I can't figure out what I did. And it's not out here. What did I do with my silver? And sad thing is a lot of this paint just going back in here. And I remember I had silver in here. Oh, Death Knight Black can go back. I'm using that on the thing I'm painting for. That goes away. Storm Chaser Blue. That can stay. Maybe I'll use that. Some of these paints I actually had out for the painting day yesterday. Wait, I'm not putting this stuff away. I'm trying to find a couple paints. Sure, that goes up there. Actually, I might want to take that back. That's a silver, but I'm looking for this. Where is... I don't think that goes there. I'm going to put that there. Well, there's one of them. I found one of my silvers. Because I need silver for the gun barrel. Well, I could use cold iron, but I have another silver and I don't know where it is. No, it's not that one. My paints did get kind of tossed all over the place because I've been using them. I think I'm gonna have to put them away at some point just to take them out again. I'm gonna see if it got put away, but I have a feeling it didn't, and I don't know where it is. And it's a silver I really kind of want. It's a nice bright silver. Crusader Silver. Dr. Irrefutable? What are you doing here? I know it's Monday. It's not here. Where's my silver? Ah! How you doing, Dr. Irrefutable? I know you're waiting for Gareth's stream later tonight. Assuming he is. Oh, that's gonna bother me. What happened to my silver paint? I mean, I can use some of this color. Not that one so much. Don't mind me. Crusader silver is like a nice neutral silver. I'm always glad to have you visit. Wednesdays usually Gareth comes and pays me a visit. I know he's got his kids. This is it. I'm almost done with it. I still got a little bit more. Tonight I did this chain and the little skull monster thingy there. And I'm basically doing a lot of touch-ups, and I'm trying to find the silver to paint the little gun things. And I cannot find one of my silvers, and it doesn't make sense at all. Because what would I do with it? Where would it go? I know I'm going blind, but this is ridiculous. I'll start with this color. And you know what? I'm going to be smart this time and actually not just throw it in my wet palette. I'm going to throw it in my little painting tray here. I have a well palette too. I'm just too lazy to get it out of the box. Maybe. I don't think so. But I guess it's entirely possible it could have. Either that, it could be in the wrong paint thing. It could be at the bottom of my bag. I might try there next. I mean, I said, I can always, adjust. I'm going to start with this. I can't even read the thing. Cold Iron, which is a dark silver, and I really like it. Oh, I just friggin' did. I'm such a loser. I just did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. Problem is when you put metallic paint on a wet palette, it does ruin the metallic paint. But then again, if I put it in my well palette, it's going to dry out, so. Basically, I'm trying to get through some of these details. It's all about the little fiddly details now. So did you have a good weekend, Dr. Irrefutable? Because we had an awesome weekend because I had my monthly painting party that I have with a bunch of friends and new friends that I've never met. Basically, we go to a gaming store and I host a painting day there. I already did this side, but I'm going back over it. Unfortunately, oh, that's too bad. It's been like a lot of my friggin' spring. It's been allergies, but it's been a lot of my spring. I've been felt under the weather. I hope so too. God, this was a tough Monday. You're not the only one that's not feeling well either, so... Well, once I find that paint, I'll go back to those. Go back to doing a little edge lining on some of my black areas. I have yet to figure out what I'm doing the rest of tonight. I wonder if I put the overtime on there. All kinds of viruses, yep. It's not just the big C. There's a bunch of stuff out there. But in my case, it was all flippin' allergies. I swear to God, this piece got damaged. It's kind of weird the way it's, like the corners really aren't cornery. So I'll do a little of this to see if I can have it make a little more sense. Looking for that paint. No, I gave up on looking for that paint at the moment. I've got to have it somewhere. It could be loose in my bag. I mean, I travel. As I said, we had our painting party yesterday. But I've also been going to work. I've been taking it to my work like always. So my paints kind of, get jumbled around. So I said, I assume he's streaming tonight, isn't he? I hope. And I said, if I'm not doing anything else, so don't get wrapped. Oh, well, I might be doing something else, though. I do get to see my hubby now and then. I'll definitely be lurking around on Wednesday. For sure, because it's mini double feature night. Here's where I'm going. So here's where I'm going to look. Let's see if maybe it fell into my bag. I mean, I don't think so, but... Or, I know, it could be in the front pocket. I do store paint in my front pocket here, and I think I have some Reapers in here, so it could be in here. Oh, yes! It was in here! Ha-ha! I forgot I had still some left from my projects that I put in there and didn't have in the little plastic bag. Alright, cool. Cool. So basically it's a nice shiny silver. So I know you work about, I know you're Garrett's friend. Do you do any painting yourself? Oh, I just got stuff on me. I dragged my hand in the paint. This is a good thing to do. And now I'm getting more on me. Yeah. It wouldn't be a paint date without me getting paint somewhere on me. I mean, I know you're a geek, which makes you really awesome. Because geeks are awesome. I know painting, my hands are very... I mean, there are people that can get around it, the shakiness. That's why I try to keep my hands together. There is a video out there, actually, with, there's a guy who has Parkinson's that actually shows how he braces his hands. And it is definitely the shaky form of Parkinson's. You learn stuff every day. I didn't even know there was anything but the shaky form. But I had a friend of mine, his mother had it, and it was different. She didn't have the shakes. But she had other problems. It like made her paranoid. It was really hard to kind of watch. I think I'd rather have the shakes. There we go. Here's the little gun barrel there. So, it is possible. That's also why I know. That's why I keep my hands together like this. I mean, I'm not... Or in my case, I've got them sitting... Yeah, I've got like sitting on the holder. I find that helps me. I'm just shaking more from nerves. I mean, I realize I've been painting a long time, so that helps. But, I mean, there's still some things that I find I get nervous and my hands shake. Oh wow, it's already 8:30. There are people that either I do show and tell tonight. I don't know if people want show and tell tonight. They do, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll hold it all until Wednesday. There is stuff in there actually to do. So basically, I do a show and tell. Everybody who submits stuff on Discord of stuff they finished painting, and I do kind of want to finish at least I think all I have left are these two little wires. Maybe I was gonna say that. Try to find that video, because that's the guy who really can teach you. It's just amazing. Trying to figure out what I want to do with these little wire things. And there's one right here too. Actually, I should have stick with green. That's what I did for the other. Like I did like the tubes and stuff green on that, so. I think my best friend's right outside the door. Talking to my hubby, who's hiding up in the room because it's warm out today. It's not that warm compared to some other spots. I noticed like Texas is brutal right now. I was gonna say, actually, yeah, there you go, Dr. Irrefutable. How hot is it by you? I know we've been pretty lucky. We've had a few like 90 plus days. We have not hit 100. Today was pretty warm, but it still wasn't like what they've been seeing in Texas. Yeah, yeah. Low 80s. Oh, not too bad. Not too terrible there. Now, do you live in his neck of the woods? Or are you elsewhere? Garrett's neck of the woods. Sadly, I don't. I wish I kind of... I want everybody to move to Massachusetts. So we can all hang out together and not just paint, but play games. I mean, I love gaming, so... Actually, I think I'm going to do... I've got the green tube, and I will wash that. I think I'm going to do a red for the one underneath it. I mean, this is a Chaos Marine. It should be crazy. Oh, that's good. So you are in his neck of the woods. I said you guys should all move here. I think the funniest thing is that we've discovered that in Massachusetts there are so many like mini painting streamers. We don't know how or why there's so many of us here. But there is. Chicago's got a few. I think Gareth is literally the only one that I know of from the Midwest. I'm not positive. There may be some that I just don't know where they're located. We'll be happy. You're gonna get to see it. Yeah, the East Coast is too many people. That depends on where you go. Really, it really does. I know saying like, you know, New York and Boston and cities have a lot of people. My town I live in isn't like all that huge. Okay, granted, I have neighbors right next to me. I don't have like, 20 miles to a neighbor. And all in reality, for me, I think I like it that way. Right, so what color do I want to... What color, what magic brush color do I think I'm gonna go with brown. And then I'll go over it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing the... This is a shade. This is Agritzerk shade, aka one of the Holy Trinity, one of Crimson's Holy Trinity. I think I just like the fact that you call stat. We were calling it Well, but he started. Someone was calling. Someone was starting to call it, BS in a bottle, but that's what we call contrast paints. So someone said talent in a bottle, and I'm like, that's a good name for it. As I said, my tone's not too bad. I don't live far from the coast either. I happen to really like the ocean. When I went to college, I went to which city? I went to Salem State. Although it's now a university. And I just love being near the ocean. So I'm now one town away from it. Probably should let that dry, huh? I can't believe I'm finally. I mean, you're gonna get to see everything but the base done, really. So next session I should be doing the bay. Or good. Oh, good. Talent above sounds excellent. Yeah, I mean, the thing about washes is that even though it seems like it doesn't work that way, Nebraska is a triple landlocked state. Yes, it is. There's no water. You have, I assume you have lakes and stuff there, but there's no ocean there. But I love being near the ocean. And the thing about being in the Northeast, I mean, we get hurricanes, we get tornadoes, we get, I'm trying to think of what else. Of course, we get blizzards and such, but I feel like earthquakes, yeah, we do get earthquakes. And we do get, like, brush fires. We don't get crazy, like, we don't get wildfires. We don't get Category 5 hurricanes. I mean, I think there was one, and I think the worst here was probably about a 3. It was bad enough, believe me. It was not in my lifetime the worst one we ever had here. Tornadoes, once in a great while we'll have one that's above a category, an F. Well, one that's above an F1. We get them, but they really tend to be small and they don't tend to last. Blizzard, we do get snowstorms. However, like if you live in Buffalo or even probably out where you are, I know you guys can get some pretty ferocious blizzards. We get nor'easters where you really kind of. We might get flood. Occasionally, we do get flooding. And I live on a small river, or well, it's a river that's controlled by a bunch of series of dams. My beach is literally right across the street. Practically across the street, and it's the lake is basically controlled by a dam, so they can control it a bit before it gets real bad. They'll just let as much out as possible, and then they'll open up the dam. I might go over this too with another green, like another green wash. I like the brown though. But I might go over it with another wash. Sometimes, well, yeah, you do. I thought you guys get blizzards out there. We get nor'easters, which are basically blizzards. But ours is where we live along the coast. Some of those nor'easters they can be as bad as hurricanes in terms of the waves. Look up the blizzard is 78. That was snow and feet. That was like 20-foot waves. There were houses that went into the ocean. So we can get storms like that level. And actually some of the more recent ones we've had have been more like that. Well, we're home of the perfect storm, if you saw the movie. Actually, one of my coworkers, she is the daughter of a Gloucester fisherman. But I believe at the time, I believe he was already basically retired when that storm hit. But they knew people who died in it. I'm just gonna add some more green back. You were in Portland, Maine when that happened? So I was in college. I was at Salem State when that happened. As I said, it's right along the coast. And I was on the cross-country team at the time. And, you know, just because we had a friggin', whatever you call that storm, and there is like a thing for it now. Now they name those too. But whatever you call that, even though it was pretty bad out, we still had practice. So I remember running. We the ladies, we were the smart ones. We kept running through we just kept it inland. Normally we would run up to Marblehead, and right where the beach is, that's where we turn around and come back. And so it's about a 6-mile trip, round trip. So it's about 3 miles there, 3 miles back. So we decided to pick a different route, and we stayed inland, and it was miserable. Because the winds, I mean, it wasn't quite like it was out to sea. And Salem is a rather protected harbor. If you actually look, Marblehead protects it. But the waves were still. I mean, I ran by where the ocean actually does come right up to the road, and there's a little seawall there, and I was getting hit by sea spray. 24 inches of snow for the perfect storm. That's the one that was in. Wait, were you talking about the blizzard of 78, or are you talking about the perfect storm? Sorry, because that sounds like the blizzard of 78. I was in Central Mass, and I don't know how much snow we got. We got a lot, because I was a little tiny short thing. And I was actually climbing up the snowbanks because they were taller than me. Yeah, okay, 78. I don't know how much snow we got. We got a lot. But yet, so they had a driving ban in Mass, where they banned it for all of Mass, but reality, the worst part was Boston. But a lot of governors would think, Boston, Mass, everything's part of Boston, so they shut down all the roads for a week. Now, my dad was a vending mechanic, and he had a pass because he dealt with food. He dealt with vending machines which contain food. So he managed to actually have a pass, and he was driving around no problem, because he had. It's kind of like me working through the pandemic. I got a pass because I did stuff. One of the purposes of my company is we make medical components for medical tech. So Neil say I never took a day off in the pandemic. Well, he never took a day off except for I think when it initially hit. But he had no issue. He was driving around. He had a great time. But basically towns, from more out west, some towns would enforce it, some towns wouldn't. And my mom would get together with the neighbors, and they'd discuss who was enforcing it and who wasn't, and basically how do you avoid the towns that were. But there was that, and then there was the perfect storm where I went running, and it was so windy. I mean, basically going through streets with houses on either side is like going through a wind tunnel. The men, on the other hand, they decided to go out to the beach. They went to Marblehead, and when they got back, they were running through. They were, as obvious, their pant legs were all wet. They were running through, ankle deep water on the beach, because they were a bunch of guys. Truth be told, I kind of envied them. I think it would have been more fun to do that than to actually stay inland and go through a friggin' wind tunnel. There were times I think I was running backwards. I mean, that does match the green on the... So yeah, the intent was to try to match the green that's up on his mask. I think I did that. I basically redid this because I felt like the light was too light. You know, I'm going to sit and stare at that for a while. I'm going to probably determine that I don't like it. Because I feel like it's a little too gray-green. That's because I put the brown on it. That's also because I'm using this particular green. I know I didn't do show and tell tonight. That's okay. No one piped up and said they were gonna miss it. So I'm just gonna show everything off on Wednesday. Don't worry, it will get shown off. I just am trying to finish this. It is 8:47. Alright, let's see. See if we can start a little bit on these shoulder pads or pauldrons. So I've really watered down some slightly darker purple paint. I'm going around these little bolts because they should have a shadow around them. I think I'll even add a little bit of where it goes under here because this will definitely be blocking a bit of the light. I think I'm going to shade all this. That's true. It won't be quite done because I do have to shade this stuff. I already... Oh, damn. I found another tube, too. I forget about this. So this is why I didn't think I would get this done tonight. I knew there were too many little fiddly bits like this to do. But I think I'm gonna have it done this week. So stay tuned all week. Or rather, on Wednesday and Saturday, if you want to see me finish it. And see what I do with the base. Because I think this dude is stopping on intolerance. Interestingly enough, you don't have those tubes all on the other side, just on this side. Unless I just keep painting until flipping 10:30, but I don't think I want to do that tonight. I'm like having my one night where I'm off earlier. I'm gonna go visit Andrew again. That is supposed to be. You know what? I'm gonna repaint part of that. I think it's actually supposed to be. I was painting it red, but I think it's actually supposed to be part of the armor. It's a little too strong. Now, what am I going to do with these little blurbs? basically I'm gonna blend. I'm gonna end up maybe mixing some of this original color and I'm gonna blend it in. See you, Dr. Farah. Oh, great. Now, well, Farah, I mean, I'm on for 5 more minutes. I mean, I can, but I'm literally on for 5 more minutes. Also, I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to get. This thing has been taking me forever. But if you really want to see it, I said if there's a request for it, I'll do it. I can work on this off stream. Basically, right now I'm just shadowing stuff. Don't do that. Come back on Wednesday, though. I will do show and tell on Wednesday, no matter what. I will absolutely do it on Wednesday. Typically, I would do it every night, but I mean, it just was a very quiet, chill night, so I'm just kind of going with the flow. It's too bad. I know. Oh, it's too bad. Well, Peleus, his schedule is. I know his schedule is not like what it was. Not his fault. Because it's been a while, but it's that his schedule, unfortunately, it just hasn't been consistent. Instead, it's not his fault by any stretch, and it's not my story to tell. So, hey, it's great to see you, though. How are you doing, Valfera? I said come back on Wednesday when we actually, we'll be raiding Gareth on Wednesday. I think we're gonna go visit Andrew's Armory right after this. It's always fun to visit him. And that's all of 2 minutes. At least I think he'll still be going. He tends to stream a while. Or at least we can come and say hi. I know Story, talk with him about daily, yeah. Well, one thing is, at least with this community, he's got plenty of people he can vent to. I'm just hoping she's going to be okay. So, and I know the problem is like when he streams. I mean, I know I love to stay up late at night, but when he streams, it's like it's like in the middle of the night, and it's like I can't get up for it. You're just doing it now when I'm going to bed. But anyways, so I'm almost there. I'm really almost there with this. basically what I have left is I'm going to keep working on these pauldrons. I want to do some more highlighting. I want to blend in what I just did. I think it might be just that and the base. Because I got the tubing done here. I did the little details in that tonight. And the gun barrel. And no, I didn't drill it out. So, sue me. I did the little skull guy here with the, well, technically he's got horns, but I just sort of did them blue because it's all part of the color scheme. I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. Although every so often I keep finding things that I want to change. Well, you'll see something like this and go, oh, it needs a little bit of a lighter blue to highlight that. Originally I did, but I didn't like the color that was on it, so I reshaded the blue. Alright. Oh, I know, I fixed this here. I did a lot of little fiddly bits tonight. So I should be able to get the rest of it done. And then it's on to the base, and the base will have a point. So we're going to see everyone in the community rally behind them and give them such... It's, yeah, I know. Well, that's said. Mini painters truly have the best community. Really do. And I think we totally really have each other's backs, and it's wonderful to see. I got to see Gel Tip, Big Jim Slade Gaming, and Orc Paint Shop yesterday at my painting party. So our Big Jim, he you know, obviously I knew he knew the whole story too, so I went and just talked with him. The sad thing is, like, where it really hits me is the fact that she was in V, you know, Vligger Dragon. We're talking about, you know, they would love to come to the East Coast and visit all of us here, and you know, now it's like it hits home about what this means, and it's like maybe I need to find a way to get to Chicago, you know, at some point. But I wouldn't even know if she'd be up to seeing people. But I love them dearly. They're great people and great ambassadors of the mini painting community. So, all right, I guess I'm gonna go raid. It's after 9 my time. I know. Well, I know. I would have loved to have gone to Adepticon, but I'm going to. I can really only do one travel thing a year. Because I'm using my commission money to do the travel thing, and this year it's my second honeymoon. So we're going. I've been married for 25 years now. We just had our anniversary, and we're going to Disney World in November, because it's one of the best times of the year to go. Or late November into December. It'll be after Thanksgiving. So my money went there, and I couldn't really do Adepticon. Adepticon is one I do want to get to, though. I did ReaperCon. I know, right? Well, we'll see. I mean, we have to eat. And if you know anything about dining at Disney, granted, people like family and such, they're giving us gift cards and things like that to go do that with. So that's always really nice. But I would love to. Or actually, my brother didn't get a lightsaber. He got one of the... Basically, you get like a BB-8 robot. You can get a robot too, a little droid. So I think he got out of all colors. He got a purple BB-8. I'm really glad you dropped by. Oh, maybe said. I'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. There will definitely be a show and tell. I will see how much of this I can finish. I'm planning on getting it done by the weekend. I got no kids, you'll save it to... Yes, that is true. Although it's still a ton. And I'm not staying at the new Star Wars hotel, which I don't know if you've seen how much it costs a night. And you have to stay 2 nights because you're doing a LARP, basically. I do get a big kick out of the fact it's a LARP at Disney World. And I would love to do it, but not for $1,200 per person per night. I mean, that's almost, $5,000 for 2 nights. Yeah, exactly. No. Do you think anyone can really afford to stay there? I mean, I guess if you do that instead of like a 2-week cruise somewhere. In fact, I bet a 2-week cruise is still cheaper than that hotel. It looks incredible. It got really good reviews. People said they had it, actually they had press in to check it out. And they had a ton of fun at it. Politicians. Yeah, I was going to say doctors maybe. There are rich people. Elon Musk. I'm trying to think who else. The guy, Jeff Bezos. They can all afford it. I think it could. Disney better watch out. They're just going to cater to the rich. It's going to backfire because there's far more people that aren't rich than are. So it'll totally backfire on them. But as I said, alright, so anyways, I'm streaming again, I said, on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. There will be a show and tell, and we will be rating Gareth Hreidmar, who will actually be on later tonight at 10:30. So about an hour and a half from now. And then I'll be back, of course, on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully there'll be more show and tell. Saturday's my big day, so, I always like to make sure I have show and tell that day. And I eagerly await for Gel Tip to get back to me on what I'm going to do with this. I do this thing now for subscribers. I do 2 things. One, if people subscribe for a year, I'm going to paint them a mini. I've already started on one of those. I don't want to get too backed up. And then they also get to pick a section of this mini and tell me how to paint it. And instead of doing the shenanigans we did with the Marine, which is what I thought was going to happen, like paint with the brush in your teeth, paint holding your left hand or with an oven mitt or something like that. No. We've decided that we're going to paint this with all really stupidly hard techniques. Like he's got a non-metal metallic headband with an emerald thing. The robes have been taken because the ball GM wants me to paint a tartan. And then Gel Tip earlier tonight said, well, could you paint a reflection of the guy in the spear tip? And I'm like, I don't think it's the right angle. So I think I got away with that. I could do like a Earth Sky non-metallic metal effect on that. That would work, but he says he'll think about it. I also said you could do like freehanding on the cloak, something like that. So, haha. Joke is on me when I thought this was going to be an easy, I thought it was just going to be silly. Joke's totally on me. And what's going to happen is I'll probably have this really killer mini at the end, at least for me, and I'm going to give it away to a subscriber. So now they all care about it looking really awesome. So, alright, let's go visit. Yeah, I really should. Whenever you do that for chat. And the thing of it is, I know it's not really because I'm going to get any more subscribers or like that. I told you, subscribers, great, I'll take the money. But honestly, I really just want, like, you're here chatting, and that's all that really matters to me. More than anything else. The money is helpful. I won't deny it. It's actually also going to help me go to Disney World. But I honestly just love having people here to chat with, and I get to work on my stuff. That's, like, the big thing. But I love the shenanigans. I love what, I love the fact that people are into, like, the channel point rewards and stuff, too. So, all right, let's go raiding Andrew's Armory. I haven't visited him in a bit, so it's time to go visit him. And if you don't follow him, please do. He's a really cool guy. He was part of the Fabulous Marine. Wait, that's not the right name. Andrews Armory. ANDREWSARMORY. Okay. So if you don't follow him and stay a little bit and chat. I'm going to hang out for a little bit. I may pop off and see how my husband's doing because I think he just went to bed. So let's go! Let's go, Raiden! So as I said, thank you so much for tuning in, Velfer. Thank you for coming in at the last minute. I always appreciate your visits. And hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday, where we will definitely have show and tell. I will definitely get a lot more, hopefully, real close to finishing this. And so I'd say, happy painting.
Is going to be, this one's mine.
Which was
Pick one enemy unit on the battlefield. You complete this battle tactic if the unit is destroyed by this turn by the model picked to be your general.